this timeline is crazy, man.
I know. So many things coming at one time.
Not do this alone. Do you foresee that there could be other charges related to this case?
I'm not taking anything off the table.
No one wants him mentioned.
This whole situation surrounding Diddy and his family is absolutely mind-boggling. So much is happening all at once, and it feels like we're on a crazy roller coaster ride. There's a lot of emotional intensity, drama, and so much that's been kept hidden behind the scenes. Diddy's daughters, Delilah, Chance, and Jessie, are reportedly at a breaking point, and there's a lot of talk about them potentially filing for emancipation. But why would they take such drastic steps? Let's take a deep dive into what's really going on here. For years, Diddy's daughters were seen at
today just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that.
Family events, and they generally kept a low profile, rarely causing any waves in public. However, it seems like the constant barrage of scandals surrounding their father has led them to rethink their position. What's driving them to consider breaking free from their father, who's been at the center of numerous controversies? It's not just about the media attention or his legal troubles. There's a much deeper issue at play, one rooted in the unresolved mystery surrounding the death of their mother, Kim Porter. Kim Porter, Diddy's ex and the mother of 3 of his children, passed away suddenly in 2018. Official reports stated she died of pneumonia, but there have
Well, Kim Porter, that is Diddy's ex, who's also the mother of his 3 of his children,
Right.
has detailed the alleged abuse that she suffered at his hands.
Oh, no.
And this is all in a memoir.
Always been whispers of foul play. Allegedly, Kim had been in good health just days before her death, and there are even claims that a casket was ordered a week prior to her passing. Her personal belongings, laptop, phone, and other electronics were also mysteriously missing, and there have been concerning details about the condition of her body described in the autopsy. These details raise serious questions. Was Kim's passing really natural, or is there more to the story? Imagine being one of her children and growing up in the midst of all these rumors and accusations. Even if they don't know exactly what happened, the constant speculation must take a toll. And the allegations surrounding Diddy himself, claims of controlling behavior, emotional and physical mistreatment, only add to the complicated dynamics within the family. It seems clear that the daughters are feeling the weight of it all and may be ready to distance themselves from the drama. But let's not forget that Kim's story doesn't end with her passing. Recently, a memoir leaked, claiming to expose explosive details about her life with Diddy, detailing mistreatment and manipulation. While Diddy's team dismisses it as fiction, the book's release has reignited public interest
and it's
in
like,
Kim's...
It was the same thing Kim was going through. The same thing, bro. Kim was going through the same thing. The beatings, you know what I'm saying?
Life and death. Kim's children have denied the authenticity of the book, but some fans and conspiracy theorists aren't convinced. Is it a fabricated story, or is there truth behind the words? If that wasn't enough, Diddy's legal issues are piling up. His recent arrest and ongoing court cases have exposed even more dark sides of the family. At first, Diddy's children stood by him, offering support in public and court appearances. But recently, his daughters have been noticeably absent. They haven't been seen in the courtroom or supporting their father like before, which leads to rumors that they might be taking legal steps to emancipate themselves. Can you blame them? Imagine being thrust...
Do I think, yeah. Every man possibly is capable. I think he's very capable of doing it. It's in his character. That's who he is. That's what comes with power. That's what comes with arrogance. That's what comes with, what makes him, power. That's just the selfishness to make you be like that.
Into a world where your family's darkest secrets are plastered all over the media. It's no surprise that they're questioning whether they want to continue being tied to this tumultuous situation. Meanwhile, Diddy's sons, Justin and Christian, have been dragged into the spotlight as well. They've been seen actively supporting their father, but there are whispers that they've been involved in some of the most serious accusations. From using coded language in phone calls to allegedly helping cover up evidence, these sons are reportedly deeply embedded in the scandalous web surrounding their father. Diddy's legal battles heat up, Rumors suggest that he's been using his time in jail to influence public opinion, even
So yesterday, Monday, Diddy celebrated his 55th birthday, but this year was a lot different. It was no Diddy parties. It was none of that. None of that stuff. Well, happily so, I guess, right now. But anyway, so this is his first birthday behind bars.
To sway potential jurors and tamper with witnesses. The media coverage and the evidence against him are mounting, with authorities investigating everything from financial records to security footage. But as if that weren't enough, Diddy's sons are allegedly helping him cover up his actions. Whether it's literal cleaning up or trying to manipulate situations, it's clear that the family is in deeper than they've let on. But even with all of this, the drama doesn't stop there.
Yeah, but so there's still, I mean, it's crazy too because there's still more happening in court. Like, I mean, everything is still active even though we're not hearing about it as much anymore. And the people may be fatigued like we talked about prior to.
Lawsuits are piling up against Diddy, and now his sons are named in some of them too. Justin, in particular, is allegedly tied to a producer who claims to have been coerced into participating in inappropriate activities at Diddy's request. And Christian is facing his own set of accusations after an incident during one of Diddy's events. If true, this paints a deeply disturbing picture of a family caught in a web of toxic behavior and exploitation. Diddy's legal team has been working overtime to suppress evidence, even challenging the legality of search warrants used in raids on his homes. While they fight to get certain evidence thrown out, one thing is clear: the damage to Diddy's reputation has already been done. Even if he wins in court, the public perception of him may never fully recover. His story is still unfolding, and
Because Kim had took the cork, you know where you open up wine? The corkscrew. She took the corkscrew and caught him on his wrist defending himself. And he almost, I think I know he tore some ligament, but he almost hit an artery or came close to the artery or either scratched it or cut it a little bit. Because he just kept bleeding.
Day seems to bring new revelations. Will Diddy's daughters go through with their emancipation plans? Will his sons face the consequences of their actions? And can Diddy clear his name? Or is this the beginning of the end for one of the music industry's biggest moguls? The drama is only getting messier, and it's hard to say where it will all end. What do you think? Let us know your thoughts. And don't forget to follow for more updates on this unfolding celebrity saga. Hold on to your seats. Folks, this is one wild ride. We're diving into a web of courtroom drama, family turmoil, and shocking allegations, all surrounding none other than the daughters of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. If you think you know the story, think again, because things are about to get even more complex. The three daughters of Diddy, Delilah, Chance, and Jessie, who have typically stayed out of the spotlight, are reportedly facing a breaking point and are ready to take drastic legal steps. They're allegedly planning to file for emancipation, seeking to break free from the tangled mess of their family's public and private battles.
You know, he get trafficking because he took her to different states and had her perform acts with different, you know, male and different people, sometimes against her will.
But what's driving this sudden move? Well, it's not just about the ongoing legal drama swirling around their father. It's deeper than that. It's tied to the tragic and mysterious circumstances surrounding their mother, Kim Porter's death in 2018, and the family's ongoing internal strife. Kim Porter was Diddy's longtime partner and the mother of 3 of his children, and her passing has been shrouded in suspicion. Officially, Kim's cause of death was pneumonia, but rumors of foul play have lingered for years. Some insiders and conspiracy theorists are questioning everything, from the fact that a casket was ordered a week before her death, to the strange disappearance of Kim's personal...
Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff.
...belongings, including her phone and laptop. How could someone as high-profile as Kim Porter not have her things accessible? It's raising eyebrows. What really has people talking, though, are some of the details revealed in a leaked autopsy report. While no official foul play has been identified, the report noted odd skin discoloration and unexplained contusions on her body, details that have led many to wonder if there's more to the story than meets the eye. Imagine being one of her daughters, growing up in the midst of this uncertainty and the heavy media coverage of your family's private life. The pressure must be unbearable. Not only are these young women grappling with the loss of their mother, but they also have to navigate the toxic family dynamics that allegedly stemmed from Diddy's troubled relationship with Kim. Sources close to the family say that Diddy's
realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell right now, I think it really underscores the magnitude of what he's facing and the weight of the federal government.
Treatment of Kim left lasting scars on their children. One insider even claims that Kim confided her fears about Diddy's behavior to friends, worrying that he might one day harm her. It's no wonder, then, that the daughters would want to distance themselves from the chaos. And let's not forget the other shocking allegations surrounding Diddy himself. From controlling behavior to accusations of physical and emotional abuse, the list is long. Some of the daughters have reportedly been meeting with attorneys, exploring their legal options to emancipate themselves from their father's influence. It's clear they've had enough. Fast forward to today, and the fallout continues. Diddy's recent legal troubles have shaken the foundation of his family. While his sons Justin and Christian have been seen supporting him in court, the daughters have noticeably stepped back from public appearances. In fact, during Diddy's most recent court hearing, the daughters were nowhere to be found. It's a clear sign that the family's once united front has been falling apart. This year, Diddy's 55th birthday marked a significant moment. For the first time, there were no lavish parties, no extravagant celebrations, just silence. This shift mirrors the unraveling of the family as they confront painful truths about their past. Amidst all this, the mysteries...
It's a question of that, but when you read through the indictment, it's pretty clear who could be indicted as a co-conspirator. Right now, there are people in the indictment who would be considered unnamed co-conspirators, but clearly have played a role in this conspiracy. And I think prosecutors have some big leverage on them because they're hoping that they testify against Diddy as prosecution witnesses.
Surrounding Kim Porter's untimely death is resurfacing. Friends and loved ones are continuing to speak out, calling for a renewed investigation into her passing. In fact, Kim's ex-husband, Al B. Sure, has even joined the chorus, publicly pushing for answers. Kim's story is far from over, and it seems her legacy is becoming a powerful force driving the push for accountability. But it's not just about Kim Porter's death. Diddy's legal battles are expanding. The allegations against him are escalating, and insiders are hinting at even darker details. The family's involvement is being scrutinized, with some reports claiming that Justin and...
But there's also strategic reasons for the prosecutors to want him to have co-defendants, because right now he hasn't waived his right to a speedy trial, which would force prosecutors to take him to trial pretty quick, which they actually might not be ready to do. But if they supersede him and have co-defendants with him, it makes it a lot easier to pursue a trial continuance without him waiving his speedy trial right.
Christian have been actively participating in covering up their father's actions. Leaked conversations suggest that they may have been involved in cleaning up evidence and coordinating strategies behind the scenes, all in an attempt to protect the family name. Meanwhile, Justin and Christian Combs are not immune to the growing list of legal troubles. One lawsuit alleges that Justin was involved in orchestrating some of the same controversial activities his father is accused of, while another lawsuit claims that Christian was involved in inappropriate behavior at one of Diddy's events. Both sons are named in these suits, which paints a grim picture of a family immersed in a culture of exploitation and secrecy.
So it's just another form to silence a man, to humble a person. You know how sometimes you got to humble somebody?
You're right.
Yeah, I think he's being humbled right now, which it took a long time. It takes a long time to humble an arrogant person.
Despite all this, Diddy's legal team is working overtime to suppress evidence and spin the narrative in his favor. They've challenged the constitutionality of the search warrants used to raid his homes, claiming that the authorities misrepresented the facts to obtain them. Whether this strategy will work remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: Diddy's reputation is already suffering. Even if the defense succeeds in suppressing some of the evidence, the media fallout is already in full swing. Public opinion is shifting, and fans who once supported Diddy are now questioning their loyalty in light of the disturbing allegations. At the same time, Diddy is reportedly working behind the scenes to influence public opinion and sway potential jurors. Allegedly, his legal team has been orchestrating social media campaigns designed to garner sympathy, with posts from his children seemingly scripted and strategically timed. The focus is on controlling the narrative and manipulating public perception. That's not all. There are whispers of hidden cameras, secret tapes.
It was all, insecurities. Anytime a man would go out his way to wiretap someone's phone or put taps in their homes just to monitor their conversation, that's a sign of insanity. So when you see someone doing that, you can imagine that.
And coded messages being exchanged to cover up evidence or influence witnesses. A source close to the case even revealed that certain phrases used in phone calls or letters are believed to carry hidden meanings, potentially referring to actions meant to obstruct the investigation. While all of this is still under investigation, it paints a picture of a man desperate to avoid the consequences of his actions, at any cost. As the investigation continues to unfold, it's clear that Diddy's legal troubles are just beginning. The authorities are reportedly sifting through mountains of evidence, from financial records to security footage, and even personal devices that were seized during the raids. The scale of this investigation is staggering, and it's only a matter of time before more details surface. The question on everyone's mind is whether Diddy can clear his name, or if this marks the beginning of the end for one of the most influential figures in the music industry. In the meantime, his family continues to be dragged through the mud, with even his mother, Janice Combs, absent from recent court appearances. The toll this is taking on his loved ones is undeniable, and it raises the question, will Diddy ever be able to repair the damage to his family and his legacy? As for Kim Porter's legacy, her name is continuing to be a rallying cry for those seeking justice. The more that's uncovered about her life and relationship with Diddy, the more questions arise. It's clear that Kim's story hasn't ended, and her memory is now a powerful force driving the push for accountability. Where does this leave us? Well, it seems like we're just scratching the surface of what's really going on behind closed doors. The situation continues to evolve with every new revelation, and the public is left on the edge of their seats, wondering how it will all unfold. Will Diddy's daughters follow through with their emancipation plans? Will his sons face any legal consequences for their actions? And can Diddy overcome the allegations and restore his reputation? Only time will tell. This saga is far from over, and you'll want to stay tuned for more updates as the drama continues to unfold. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more on this Ever Evo.
Everything else they do.
As a result, many believe that the daughters are not just breaking free from the family name for personal reasons, but for their own safety and mental well-being. It's alleged that Diddy's controlling behavior extended beyond his business empire, influencing how his children were raised and how their lives were shaped. For the daughters, leaving their father's household is seen as an act of self-preservation, an attempt to break the cycle of dysfunction that has plagued the family for years. Now, Diddy's legal battles are expanding to new heights, with more lawsuits and accusations piling up. The most disturbing of these lawsuits alleges that Diddy may have engaged in a pattern of manipulation, coercion, and exploitation in both his business dealings and personal relationships. These suits have not only put Diddy's music empire in jeopardy but have also called into question his role as a father. One of the lawsuits claims that Diddy used his power and influence to secure illegal business contracts, all while engaging in sexual misconduct. Other legal claims point to possible financial mismanagement.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
yes,
new.
there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of,
with some suggesting that Diddy may have siphoned funds from his companies for personal use. It's a devastating blow to a man who built his fortune on the idea of being a savvy businessman with a golden touch. It seems that Diddy's life has reached a tipping point. As public scrutiny intensifies and new legal challenges emerge, it's unclear whether he can weather the storm. One thing is certain: the family that was once seen as a symbol of wealth, power, and unity is now fractured. With each...
It sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotape.
New revelation, the cracks in their carefully crafted public image continue to widen. But perhaps the most troubling aspect of all of this is the silence of the women at the heart of the story. While Diddy's sons are still being seen in public, offering support and trying to maintain the family's status, the daughters have become increasingly reclusive. No one has seen them publicly in quite some time, and the media is starting to question whether they are preparing for an even bigger legal move. Could emancipation be just the first step toward exposing the darker side of the Combs family? For now, Diddy remains the focal point of the controversy, but with each passing day, it becomes clearer that his empire is starting to crumble. Whether he can rebuild or whether the Combs family will forever be tainted by this saga remains to be seen. As more details emerge, one thing is undeniable: the family's story is far from over. This tale of fame, power, betrayal, and tragedy is only just beginning, and its ending is still unknown. Fans and observers alike are left wondering, will justice prevail, and what will the ultimate cost be for Diddy and the Combs family? Let me know if you'd like me to continue or expand on any specific parts of the story further.
I mean, that fact in of itself is a big deal, because when you're talking about going back in time and talking about these allegations from other alleged victims, you know, there's not a lot of police reports, but you guys actually have one. And is that going to be revealed? Are we going to be able to see it?
Yes, as soon as I file my lawsuit in civil court, I will be attaching the